probably about halfway there now. Managed to get this this half of the top hat out. A little bit tricky around this gear linkage conduit. Still got it above the chassis rails there, but again, this piece is going to be a little bit difficult getting past all these tubes. Right in that corner there, but I'm going slowly but surely with the power file still, and the little rotary tool. After being stuck under the bus removing that top hat section for so long, I reckon this bit's going to feel real good to get out. It's the easy bit. Just had a little experiment really with that old rust inhibitor. Just wanted to test it on a little bit of the chassis rail, see if it would come up any better. I think it's doing its job. It seems to have etched this section of cargo floor as well underneath. Etched the galvanised steel. Cut a few sections out of the chassis rail on the passenger side there, and there's only a small few holes, so I've just taken the bad stuff around it, and I've decided to make small sections out of the 2mm steel. I'll just weld in there. It's just 3 little holes, so that should do it. Just been scraping away at this old seam sealer just on this inner wing repair. See how far it goes back. Literally goes the thickness of the chassis rail in there. I'm hoping to put the repair panel. I know I've done a little bit in there already, but if I can get that full repair in there, it'll look a lot cleaner for starters, and it needs new fresh metal in there anyway, so I'm hoping to get the remains of that inner wing out as much as I can, and then get this new piece in place. There we go, so I finally managed to get all that front section cut out now, especially on top of that chassis rail. Got the power file and the Dremel in there. I was able to get a majority of it out with that, so that's all clear. Ready to size up a new repair piece to go in. Just got another delivery from the postman, all the way from China. Ordered myself 2 sink strainers. There you go. So if you've got an idea what I might be using them for, Put your comment below, see if you're right. So I had a little bit of angle iron left, and I decided to try and make myself a little sheet metal brake, because I've got to do some of the chassis rail repairs under the bus, and it involves bending to 90 degrees. I thought I'd use the last bit that I've got left, and found a little bit of scrap metal, put some nuts over it, and hopefully it'll work. I'll weld that up. That'll act as my hinge. It's only small sections of chassis rail that I've got to make, so just a little vice brake will do the job. And another tool broken. Smoking like hell, look. That's it. Motor's gone. So I'm nearly done with the brake now, just got to tidy a few things up, and there's a few items to address, maybe these stainless steel items, obviously not adhering to the metal as good as your regular steel bolts, so I might change these out at some point. There's a little bit of flex to them, but there you go, it's nearly there, and it does work. I just tested it on the old piece of door. Just managed to bend them into it, so like I say, it was only only intended for the small pieces that I might have to make on the chassis rails underneath the bus. There might be some bits done on the bug, so it's nearly there. Oh, and the the battle scars of filming all that grinding action underneath the bus has taken its toll on my camera lens. See it there? Or the protective cover for the GoPro. Since I still had the welder out after making the brake, I thought I'd have a look at these small repairs underneath. I used 2mm steel on the chassis rail and 1mm steel on the floor support beam. Looking at the front top hat replacement that I'm going to be putting in, and I know it's not right or 100% correct, but I'm going to have to cut this piece in half in order to fit it. I don't like doing it, I feel like I'm cutting a corner in some respects, but it's the only way that I can bring it in and butt both pieces together around the gear linkage conduit that runs through the centre of the bus. So I'm going to have to live with it, I'm afraid, but once it's in, once I've sliced it, brought it back together, I'll be able to weld it back up, at least from the bottom. Maybe able to make some sort of plate using the brake that I made, and see it up inside and then weld up. It's not going to lose any strength at all, because this will also be welded up onto the cargo floor. Plus you'll also have the cross member running underneath that will be plug welded to the chassis rails. So online it does say that this repair section for bay window buses requires to be shortened, so I don't know what the difference in the gear buses are, but from measuring from the centre I worked it out. from centre to the end of the outrigger or jacking point, I need 68.5 centimetres. So in total, off of each end, I've got to cut just under 5 centimetres off from each end, and obviously I've got to recreate this flared out section there so I can weld the inner sill to it. So that's what I'll do next. I think I'll like I say, not that I like doing it, but slice it down the middle and get on cracking on with fitting that in.